What is up, everybody? It is Devious Matter here, and welcome back. I know it's been a long time, but we got a few changes. A lot of stuff has happened because it's been a little bit since we last played on the hardcore world. But first noticeable thing is I got a new skin. The other one was made by hand, and I didn't really like the way it looked, so I basically just bedazzled it. I made it look a lot better, and I like the way this one looks a lot. It goes for the actual image that I want of my Minecraft character, and I think it looks really nice. And for our goal for today, we're just going to be working on getting a villager trading hall up because I need to get some enchantments on this armor. Mainly because if I don't get enchantments on this armor, I feel like my survival chances are going to be severely low. But if I do get enchantments, I'm practically stupid proof. The only thing that could kill me is something that I do that's really stupid. But in the last episode, we went ahead, built up the mine. Well, we finished the mine, finished up all of our old projects. So we built this crane right here, which looks super cool. Finished up the village on the other side, and we added this stone cliff. All looks super good. But first of all, what we need to do is grab some villagers. And I know I have some over there somewhere. There's an igloo over there that I gotta go make sure that they're still there, and forgot to turn on shaders. I also turned on snow world, which makes the entire world covered in a snow layer, so you'll have to let me know what that looks like, but I almost forgot the shaders. Igloo should be right here, and if I'm remembering correctly, this should be the one that has the turning chamber in the bottom. If it is, we can go ahead and turn them if I didn't take the stuff out, and then we need to get some iron for rails and then take them all the way back to the put them in the mine for now, probably. Slice. And then yeah, so I went ahead and already took the stuff up there. So I'm gonna go get that stuff from the base over there. And then we're gonna go get some iron ingots so we can actually take them on the railways and get them situated in their new home. Now the whole snow world thing is a experimental feature of the complementary shader pack. So for example, this is farmland, but it doesn't look like farmland. So some things might look weird, but if we're going to be living in the snow wasteland, I kind of want to just endorse, or just, you know, like, I wanted to actually play the part, so went ahead and just turned everything to snow. But our food situation is doing pretty good. We got some cows over there, and I think it should be pretty good from now. It is snowing, and I think it's a storm, so I do want to make my way back to the house and go to sleep, because I do not want to be outside whenever it's, when there's mob spawning. That is going to be the one way I survive this whole thing, is by never encountering a mob when I don't have to. Yeah, if we're going to be taking these villagers over, I'm going to need a lot more ingots than 2. Last episode, we used a lot of iron to get a bunch of stone, and I'm definitely going to have to go down into the deep, dark depths again and see what we can find down here in the mines. I want to sleep. I guess while we're waiting for it to turn nighttime, because I'm scared of the dark, I can at least make a point. I do want to say, videos are hopefully going to start being more frequent. It tears me up whenever I don't upload consistently because it makes me feel bad. But I was super busy the past week and a half, but everything should be going on to a pretty steady schedule now. I want to prioritize quality over quantity, if that makes sense, while still uploading consistently. So hopefully y'all understand that, and you will forgive me for what I have done. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this correctly. If I remember, it is a combination of weakness and then the apple. Yes. And then we can get y'all guys to safety. But while you're curing, you make sure this process is super speedy. You better get out of here fast, because I hear zombies behind this wall that you don't want to be a part of. But while they're curing up, we're going to go ahead and get all the iron that we need for the rail system, because it's going to take quite a bit of rails to get them from here to the house. And I will take these carpets. I'm gonna have to start working on our resource situation here pretty soon, because I am completely out of logs. I was gonna make a shield before I went down into the mine, and had absolutely nothing to build it with. Now we must proceed deep into the darkest depths and see what we can find. I pretty much tapped this entire place of ores, but I also didn't mine everything when I was down here. So there's surely going to be some more iron somewhere in some place down here. Everything's glowing. I need that. Whoa, okay, the enemy, don't look at me. Stack of rails should be way more than enough to actually get the villagers going. Ooh, I should make a furnace minecart. And if we put these in there, take the minecart, and I mean, I think we have everything we need to go start transporting those villagers. And I think I'm just gonna shove them in here, probably make a room for them in the wall until we can get them into an actual place. Because I'd kind of like to move them into the kingdom as like just residents in their own little shops and houses. I think that'd be pretty cool. I guess I also said I would put them in this village, so we'll figure something out. Alright, so I managed to get one villager. Yeah, you can't get out of that because of the carpet. I managed to get one villager. I decided to take one at a time, but got this dude in his little cubicle. I think this is going to be the area that I put the like trading hall, just in that wall for now. Because eventually this is just going to be a mine and everything in the future kingdom. But for now, I got one villager. Now I just need to go over here to the igloo way over there and grab the other one. I somehow lost a rail and that makes me super upset. Come on, it's your turn now. You get to go join your friend in the wonderful home I have for you. It's not bad. Trust me, it's a wonderful home and you're going to love it over there. You get your own little cubicle, hole in the wall, you get your own little space, and overall it is just a fun diddly darn time. And that is 2 villagers captured perfectly. So now I just need to get these 2 people in their own little room so they can do their own thing. And then we will have the start of our trading hall. And then I need to clean up all this out here because it's a mess. But yeah, other than that, that's all I need to do. I need to get these guys to start breeding, which means I need a lot more food than what I have. The wheat will probably be the best thing I can do. So I need to go expand the farm. There's a bunch of stuff I need to do. Give me this. Give me the berries. Bunch of stuff I need to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Yes, eat the potatoes. Eat the potatoes. Eat the potatoes. Don't look at me. Look at them. Yeah. Yeah. More bread. Duplicate. Tiny toddler just picked all that bread up. Yeah, I know, right? He can't believe it either. But yep, I just need to do that a couple dozen more times and get all these dudes breeding and making all sorts of babies so I can put them to work. Child labor laws don't exist here. In the meantime, while these villagers are going at it, we got 4 now. I'm going to head back into the mines down here and see if I can just grab a bit more iron because one of our upcoming projects requires a crap ton of stone. And I'd rather get it all with iron rather than stone tools. So I'm gonna see what I can find down here and hopefully not die. I hate mining in hard mode, especially when it's hardcore. I was so close to dying so many times down there and I didn't know what to do. Are y'all making babies yet? Do y'all eat berries? Why don't you eat berries? Anyways, we got 29 iron to our name currently, which means we should be able to make most of the stuff we want to make. And by that I mean like we should be able to make a bunch of pickaxes and stuff and get the stone that we need. But yeah, I will forever and always hate skeletons with a passion. They're just better. It's a skill difference. Now, I don't know how much food the villagers need in order to produce a bunch of villagers. I think they just need a couple pieces of food in order to keep popping them out. But I need to come up with a better food source. Like, I think potatoes might be my best bet. And I got some growing right here in the inside, but we're not getting nearly enough than what we need. And you guys you're gonna have to let me know what you think about the snow world setting that adds just little snow particles everywhere. I personally really like it because it's different in a way. It's not a normal texture you'd normally get, but yeah, you'll have to let me know. One reason I really like it is because it adds the snow to the plants. I know Optifine does that, but I'm using... Okay, what am I using? I'm using sodium or something like that. I'm using fabric, so I'm not going to be using Optifine. So it's one of the only ways I can get snow-covered plants, but it does come with its downsides because it turns weird blocks to weird colors. But overall, I kind of like it. So let me know what you think. I also can't find any type of sheep for the life of me. And I guess I should have brought shears, but you know what? That would require someone who's smart. Okay, yeah, I don't think I left any food here at all. I do need their beds, however. I forgot about that. I can completely just get rid of me looking for wool and just steal their beds. Because that's what I need the wool for anyways, is to make beds. A bed for me. I'm gonna go head back to base and put these beds down and see how many more villagers we can get. Have you made any more babies? No, of course you haven't, because you don't have beds. I bring beds. I bring 2 beds, you give 2 babies. Now look at me. You know the drill. I bring 2 beds, you bring 2 babies. Yes, glad we came to an understanding. Yes, make the babies. I just gave him like 30-something potatoes, so I better get a kid out of that. Also, I don't know when I planted this, but I planted a mushroom down here. Over here in the dark, just so I can get more mushrooms, and it's actually working. I wasn't expecting that to be the work at all. And we have 5 mushrooms now. I want to get a decent amount of villagers, and then I can start moving them into like the trading hall that we're going to be making, and then I can start turning them into librarians. Which I guess means I need to go make a visit to the cow pen, because I need leather for books. Luckily, I've been breeding these people up like there's no tomorrow, so we should be able to get a decent amount of leather out of this. You know what? Take this as a sign, baby. Okay, never mind. He wanted to join the herd again. It's dark. I gotta go home. I don't want to be out here. I need to sleep. Oh, that was... Oh, where'd the moon go? Oh, there's a mountain there. I was just about to point out how cool the moon looked, and then the moon said, nope, bye. Yeah, the snow biome is scary in the dark because there is a crap ton of strays. Oh! Y'all made an iron golem, I see. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but it's inevitable that I hit one of y'all. Don't they only make iron golems when they're scared? What are y'all scared of? However, I just realized that I don't have any paper, so I'm gonna have to go gather some sugar cane real quick. Luckily, I know where some is, so I will be right back with that. Now, I need one of y'all to become a Fletcher so I can make bank. No, you're not buying sticks. I humbly request that you buy sticks. Yeah. And now I get to go mine more wood. So I went ahead and turned off the snow world thing that made all the blocks around me look like snow that weren't actually snow, just because I wanted to get y'all thought on it, I guess. But let me know what you think about that, and then if y'all like it, I'll turn it back on in the future. In the meantime, I got a crap ton of trees to mine, and we'll see what happens. I need to go feed the fetcher some sticks and see if we can actually get the librarians bringing out the mending, unbreaking, and protection enchantments that we need. I can't count. I got a lot of wood. Hopefully that's enough to kickstart our trading with the Fletcher. 32. I'm not even going to bother to do the math. I'm just going to say that's quite a bit of lot of it. Quite a bit a lot. I'm going to say that's quite a few emeralds that can get us kickstarted on our librarian trading. But what I need to do is I still need to get these guys to breed more. So I need my potatoes. Sir, I need you to move. I don't want to hit you. I don't want this to be the way I die. I might put you in a box. You want to be free? I mean, can you fit through this? Like, leave. I'm afraid I'm going to hit him because if I hit... Oh, I should stop swinging. If I hit him, it's a sure way for me to end the hardcore world. And that's not what I want. Because we've gotten pretty far. As you can see, at full diamond armor. We're about to enchant the stuff, too. But anyways, it is feeding time. So pick up a potato, everybody, and share with your friends. I want to see some hearts here. Make friends. Come on. Maybe they need some privacy. But I am going to go ahead and just trade him a couple sticks. I thought I had more sticks in here than that. I'm going to See if I can turn 32 logs. Y'all know how this works. I do have a lot of seeds and saplings. I wonder if I can make a composter, and see if I can turn a lot of this just excess greenery into bone meal so I can grow the potatoes. Not a lot, but it's an okay amount for the for the amount of saplings I have. So I'm gonna sit here and right click this for a bit. Alright, so after putting all that in the composter, I got 31 bone meal. That's not as ooh, it's snowing. Not as much as I was hoping for, but it's also just clearing up space. So either way, I'm not too upset about that. But what I can do now is come over here, grab these. Ooh, these things grow fast. That's the good thing. And then find some that are already almost grown. Click those. And repeat the process. And hopefully this is enough to at least get them to start making more villagers. They might need more beds, which is another thing. I might have to make some shears and go find some sheep, but this way I can at least have the foods on me to make them breed. Almost a stack of potatoes. But yeah, I do think I am going to need to go get some more wool. I'm gonna grab 2 of these ingots. Where are the emeralds on there? Is it sleep time yet? No. Make a pair of shears, carry that around on me, so next time I go out I can go find some sheep and hopefully speed up that process. I still can't get over how that village looks. I really like it, and I'm debating adding some like wooden stake walls around it, but I don't know how that would look. I kind of like the way it looks now, but I feel like it needs some sort of defense. It looks kind of weird just sitting there. Maybe the lake could be like surrounding it could be counted as a defense, but either way, let me know what you think about that, because I really want y'all's opinion on this world, and if you think I should build a wall around that, I will definitely scrounge up some ideas and see what I can do. It's sheep snipping time. Go see if I can find some sheeps to shear, because they are out of beds now after they produced that nitwit. He might not be a nitwit and I'm just insulting him, but either way, he's a nitwit in my eyes, and I hope he's useless. I don't hope he's useless, because he's needed to me. I need him. But if he is useless, he's a nitwit, and he's useless in my eyes. I guess while I'm here, I should start breeding up the cows again after that, the massacre I made. Hey friends, eat. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Eat. Eat. Eat it all. Alright, I think I fed them all. Anyways, there's the problem with living in a snowy wasteland is that the only animals that really spawn are wolves and foxes. To find sheep and pigs and stuff, I kind of got to venture all the way out here, which is kind of problematic, but it's not too terrible in the end. I just wish there was a bigger abundance of animals, because most of the time it's just pigs, and I don't know why there's so many pigs out here in the wastelands. But these I can't. Okay. I'm a huge fan of foxes in real life, and I can't get over how freaking cute these things are. Keep pressing F. I can't get over how cute they are. Look at that. He's got a feather in his mouth. Well, that's where all the chickens keep going, I guess. See, it's just pigs. I can't shear you. But I will take your experience and food. Food is an azalea tree. Now, if I remember correctly, that means directly below here should be a lush cave. Okay, so I need to remember where this is, but I want these leaves. Give me these. I'm stripping this thing. They're just pretty leaves, and I like the flowers on them. Wonder how many people it would upset if I just leave that one leaf up there. I will take this sugar cane because I do need to make more lecterns, which require books, so I will take that. Not all is lost on this adventure so far. Still haven't found any sheep though. There's some cows over here. I also don't know where I am anymore, so that's a thing. The village is right there, so home is that way, so I'll be alright. Now, I don't know how many of you remember when you can block with a sword before they changed the combat, but I personally am a huge fan of what they did to the combat system. Trading with the axe, axes break shields and stuff like that. At first, I wasn't sure about it. It seemed like you would just make an axe because they're insanely overpowered, but to be honest, I think it's pretty balanced. I think that might be one of the better updates that they've done in the recent years. The combat update released on February 29th of 2016. That's like 6 years ago. That's a crazy thought. Aha! I found you. You were hiding from me. How many sheeps are there? Because I would love to take you home. I'm going to attempt to escort the sheep home. Come here, buddy. Oh, we're actually right next to the houses too. Dope. But come here. I got a nice little ground pen for you right next to the cows. Now, you may be one, but we need to get you a friend. So you can make more friends. Sorry, it's not as fancy as the cow pen, but you're gonna be here. That's your new home. But I need to go find more sheep because I found that one, and if I can find him a friend, it's basically infinite wool, and infinite wool means banners for the kingdom and all sorts of other goodies. I'm gonna try to run over here this way to the left of the mine this time to see if I can find some sheeps closer to the hole I made. Just to make it easier on myself. Yeah, you stupid pink thing. Die. Aha! No, I put the wheat up. Stay there. If you despawn, I'm gonna be angry. I gotta quickly run back and see if I can grab a piece of wheat. No, he's still there. Great. Hey, come here. Come here, sheepy. First, let me share you. Are you able to give me one wool? You know what? I'll let that slide. Come on. Yeah. Come on. We got a long ways to walk, okay? So, I tell you a life story, you tell me a life story, okay? Actually, no, you go first. Really? I can't believe that. I don't know why he would do that. There's no way. Now you're just lying. Did he actually? Man, I'm sorry. That sucks. I know you're drowning. Come on. Float. You need a push? Okay, don't worry. I got you. Up. Yeah, I can see. See that you can't swim. I'm not making fun of you. Stay up there. Come on. It's my turn to tell a life story now? Alright, well. I'm hurrying. You know, I once was a king from a faraway land. I was telling him my life story. You... That's... I'm so sad. It's not even about getting a farm now. I just want to go tell the sheep my life story. That was so messed up. What? I'm at a loss for words. That was just messed up. I think I know where all the sheep went. I completely forgot that the wolves did that. The dangerous life as a sheep, I guess. Probably means I need to cover you up before the big bad wolf gets you. Alright, found 2 more sheep, and I used the lead to bring them over. And I need to find... Get in the hole. Need to find a way to, like, cover them up so that the wolves don't get to them. And the only way I can think about doing that for now is just covering them up with some dirt. Mainly because I don't want them to die. So I'm just going to put that on top of them. Like I said, we'll come up with some nicer pens later, but that's all I got for now. There you go. Now I got 3 more beds. Which means I can throw more potatoes at you. Potato party! How many of those went to the tiny kid? They're giving me enchantments for really, really cheap prices. Like Silk Touch for 1 emerald in a book. Like, I don't know why they're giving it to me for so cheap, but if they can give me mending for dirt cheap... Is that 8 emeralds for feather? Okay. I'm going to see if I can try to abuse mending while they're giving me these low prices. Oh, I wonder if this is the zombie villager that I cured. If it is, then I would love to make this guy my mending person. Because I know I've never actually, like, gotten the villagers down or, like, like, overly cured over and over again to get the prices super low. I've always just traded at their base prices. I've never infected a villager and cured them. Power 4. Come on, you know you want to give me mending. That's not mending. These are all great enchantments. I'll take mending, unbreaking, or protection. Whatever one you want to give me first. Mending for, oh my, is that what? Mending for 1 emerald, dude. I will take that. You are a kind fella. But explain, I am at a loss for how that happens. Mending for a singular emerald. Someone's gonna have to explain that to me. I feel like I'm cheating right now. I will take 4 more of those, please. Thank you. Wouldn't it be amazing if his other book enchantments were unbreaking and protection? Now, I have these books, but the unfortunate reality is I don't think I have enough iron to make an anvil. Now, there's probably an order I should be putting the mending books on my armor, but I'm just gonna put mending on them now because it makes me feel better. And I can even put mending on my pickaxe, but I'm not going to yet because I don't remember what that restricts in terms of enchantments. So I am going to throw this shiny armor back on, and I have a mending book to spare. I don't understand. I've never seen that before. Like, what are the... Oh, I thought the villager disappeared. What are the chances of this trade right here? 1 emerald for a mending book. What are the chances of that? Unbreaking 3. I about broke the lectern and switched to trade. Yeah, I need books. But that is the last trade that I need, other than like really minute stuff, in order to fully deck out my armor. I don't even have enough levels to put the unbreaking on the helmet. So I will just trade sticks, I guess, and see if that gives me enough levels. And there we go. That actually makes me feel a lot better now. Like, I feel pretty secure. I feel like nothing's gonna harm me too much anymore. I feel like I can go into the caves and feel pretty okay. We even have a mending book to spare. Make a diamond sword if I want to. But yeah, I just wanted to get the main... Oh, it's 2 of you now. I wanted to get the main armor enchantments. Like, the main 3 being Unbreaking 3, Protection, and Mending. Just because I feel like having better armor will help me survive better, and that's more beneficial than being able to kill things faster, at least at this point in time. Alright, since now we got a full set of Mending, Protection 4, and Unbreaking 3 Diamond Armor, I'm going to put this project on hold. We're going to wait to put these guys... We're going to make an actual trading hall. I'm going to make it look nice and everything. So I'm going to put that on hold real quick. I got the main enchantments I wanted. And I want to focus our attention over yonder. It's blocked by that, but over yonder. Using free cam real quick. Over here is where we're going to be building, as I'm going to call it, the Kingdom of Gavannor. It's the name I've come up with it, and I think it's pretty good. It's a name that has a lot of backstory to it. But we're going to be building the kingdom here, and I want to start outlining, at least like planning out the walls, and to give you an idea of what they're going to look like, we are going to have to head into the creative testing world. Now in the creative testing world, this is where I do all my building projects and most of my videos for building tutorials. You can see some old content in here, but we should focus our attention, over yonder. So over here, I've already built out what the towers, the actual wall. So I've built out what the towers, the actual wall, and the potential gate will look like. And I am fairly happy with the way this has turned out. I think this is what I'm going to stick with in terms of a design. It is definitely better than anything I've made in the past. And some of the main features I want to point out that I think really are going to make this thing pop, especially because this is going to be a fairly big, and I'm going to show you the layout here in a second. Some of the features that I really like is the gradient. It goes up from a dark gradient up until stone, and I like the blend. It fits really well. And the whole idea is to have the walls like fully functional, to where you go down the guard towers, you can walk across them, if there's a mob down there, you can shoot your bow at it and stuff like that. That's the goal. And I've kind of got like a little idea going on here. It's not final or anything, but just of how it could look going up to the towers and stuff. No interiors or anything yet, but that is the general premise, and I really like the way the gates look. So this is what we're going to be replicating into the survival world. But for now, I want to go ahead and show you what the general layout is going to be on a copy of that survival world. So here we got a exact copy, most recent being last video, copy of the hardcore world, which I do all my build testing and stuff on. And this mess of wool is kind of the general wall idea that I want to do for the kingdom. It's very messy at the moment, but let me turn off shaders. The gray wool represents pathways, pathways being a mix of bridges and paths and stuff like that. The black represents the walls, so they go all the way around up here, go behind up there. And then purple represents some like future, maybe. Like I said, none of this is final, but they represent some places that houses could be. I'm not 100% set on any of these layouts, but I was just trying to get an idea. And then the red up here is where I want to build the keep. Now this is not final at all. This was just a rough sketch, so do not take this into account of what the keep will look like. The keep is basically going to be a castle, almost, you know, like a medieval style castle, but I want 2 guard towers here and the pathway going up. But this takes place directly on the hill across from that village over there, so there is a crap ton of resources that need to be gathered for this, and like I said, I might be going overboard for what I can do, but I think we got this, and I think we can do this. I think it'll turn out pretty good afterwards, and I am excited to do this. I haven't done anything like this big of a scale on survival. I've done it on creative, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see. So now that we're back in the actual hardcore world, I wanted to kind of explain the lore and stuff behind most of these things that we've been building. So this little settlement right here, I'm going to be calling Halvar's Nook, and it's going to be a fishing village on the outskirts of the Kingdom of Gavannor, and then the Kingdom of Gavannor is going to be the main keep that we build over here. So fishing village, and it also sells most of its fish and product to the Kingdom of Gavannor in exchange for protection, lumber, and stuff like that. The mine over here is mostly upkept and run by the settlement of Halvar's Nook, but it is owned by the Kingdom of Gavannor. It is the Kingdom of Gavannor's main source of stone, iron, and all other minerals, and it is split or shared between the kingdom or the settlement of Halvar's Nook and Kingdom of Gavannor. Kingdom of Gavannor is a kingdom that has a king, a queen, and everything you would expect from a normal kingdom. It has 3 different tiers of population. It has the noble housing, it has the regular housing for, like, you know, your regular people. Has noble housing, and then it has royal housing, which is directly up next to the keep. It is run by the kingdom is run by King Emmerich III, and it is a exact replica of my skin. That is kind of the inspiration behind it. And the banner of Gavannor symbols a red diamond, which not only strikes fear into the hearts of enemies who wish to invade the kingdom, but it also symbolizes as a collective structure of the overall kingdom, and it goes back into the history of how the kingdom was formed. The red diamond is bolstered on the shields, armor, banners, and buildings of the kingdom to symbolize unity and stuff like that among the kingdom and the citizens. So now that lore time is over, most of that was stuff I've made up a long time ago that I wanted to incorporate into this world somehow. And I hope you enjoyed that in some way, shape, or form, and like I like when things have lore behind them, so hopefully you would too. And I know this episode is going to be relatively short, but that is all the time I have for this episode today. I know we didn't get to outlining the kingdom walls and stuff like that, but hopefully you found some type of enjoyment out of this. The main thing is that we got all of our gear enchanted, which will keep us alive for longer. We are going to expand the villager trading hall, the kingdom, everything else. We got a lot coming up, and I am super excited to get more of this knocked out of the way. Now, if you do like the hardcore series, or maybe you've come from another series I've done, if you like any of it, anything that you see, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because it is the best way to support the channel, and I don't want to force it upon you, so it is your choice at the end of the day, but it is what helps out the most in the end of the day. And with all that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the future.